Good morning, children. So, last class we went with the exercise 9.2. Today also we are going with the same exercise. So, there are some problems which are a little bit critical. Critical in the sense it will be a little bit confusion for you. So, how to solve those type of problems? And remaining problems are same as it is how we solved in the last class. So, we will go with the typical problems where we will face problems while we are solving the problems also. So, let us see how. So, let us take one problem. He has given here 4u square 4u square he has given plus 8u. So 4u square plus 8u he has given. Now how you will solve this problem then? Because I told you already, if the problems are in any other way, means any other way in any other type, not then the general form. So first make the equation or make the polynomial into a general form. So what general form? We know the general form is ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, he has given ax square plus bx plus c, but c is not mentioned here. So what we'll do is, instead of c we'll take it as 0. Getting what we are doing? We are adding 0. So if you are getting confused, I'll write in the next step. So 4u square plus 8u plus 0 is there. Got it? The same question, and it is fourth one here. He has given 4u square plus 8u is given. So plus 0 he has given. So now it is in the general form. So what I can do is take any one common in these two. So which one will take common? Take 4u common, and remaining is u plus what will be here? Can anyone tell? See, 4u square plus 8u is there. I have taken u common, then remaining is what here? 4u have come outside, remaining is 4u into 4u is 4u square, and 8u becomes how much? 4, 2. u plus 2 is there. Got it? See, here we cannot go with the splitting method. Why? Because 0 is given there. Just you are converting it to the general form, and you are writing 4u of u plus 2. So now we have equation here. So directly we can convert the equation to the 0. Converting the equation to the 0 means equating the whole equation to the 0. For example, see here. If I take 4u and u plus 2 equals to 0, either 4u must be 0 or u plus 2 must be equals to 0. Getting the point? Either you may take 4u equals to 0 or u plus 2 equals to 0. If any one of these becomes 0, then only the total equation will become 0 here. Okay, take down. Now 4u equals to 0. So if I take u equals to 0 by 4, it becomes u equals to 0. Here if I take u plus 2 equals to 0, then u equals to minus 2. This is how we solve the problems here. See, now the method is same. Instead of u, you have two roots here, or two zeros here. One is 0, another one is minus 2. So same thing, either you can go with sum of the roots and also with the product of the roots. If you go sum of the roots, you will get the same thing, and if you go product of the roots, you will get the same answer only. Okay, don't forget to do this one. So continue the problem as it is. So just I have told you 4u equals to 0 and u minus 2 equals to 0. And he has given another problem which is same thing. Already we did this problem. t square minus 15. He has mentioned t square minus 15. T square minus 15 he has given. I told you already. We have solved one problem on this basis, same question. What he has mentioned? He has mentioned t square minus 15. I told you 15 can be written as, this can be written as root 15 whole square. You can write 15 as root 15 whole square. If you write root 15 whole square, then what the equation becomes here? See here, root 15 is there. Now cancel 2 and root, you will get 15. So I told you, don't change the value in the equation. In the same way here we are not changing, just adding plus 0 only to make it in the general form here. So here also the same thing, t square minus 15 can be written as root 15 whole square. How will you write 15? 15 can be written as root square root 15 whole square. So now in which form it is? It is in the form of a square minus b square. So what is a square minus b square? So a square minus b square can be written as a plus b into a minus b. So a plus b into a minus b. You can write t square minus root 15 whole square. It is in the form of a square minus b square, that is nothing but a plus b into a minus b. Now you can write this in this form now, in the form of a plus b and a minus b, that is t minus root 15, that is one term, and the other term is t plus root 15. So here we have two terms again in the form of a plus b and a minus b. See, observe now, already last time we did it. Now equal to the roots to 0, because of the zeros of the polynomial we are doing here. In this 1 must be 0. So what I will do is t minus root 15 equals to 0 or t equals to root 15. So the value of t now is root 15. Or this side, if you come to this side, t plus root 15 is there. See clearly what we have is t plus root 15 equals to 0, equal to 0, or t equals to minus root 15. So now we have two values here. Already we have taken, I think, root 3 we have taken there in the worked example problem. Now instead of 3 we have 15 here. So 2 equals to 15 and t equals to minus root 15, and the remaining same thing you will go, that is sum of the zeros and product of the zeros, that is minus b by a and c by a, or coefficient of x by coefficient of x square, or constant by coefficient of x square, that is c by a. Okay, now we will see the next problem. What is the question? Find the quadratic polynomial. I am writing the question in the sense this is the new one to you. Till now we have not discussed about this one. So first I will write the question and I will give the answer. A little bit easy one. It is also easy one. Find a quadratic polynomial each with the given numbers as the sum and product of its zeros respectively. See, the main difference between the problems which we did last and the problems which we are doing now is, in the main is to give the polynomial which is in the general form, that is ax square plus bx plus c, and he used to ask us to find the roots of the polynomial. So he used to find two roots. He used to get two roots there because it's a quadratic polynomial. We used to get two roots there. But now what he's doing is, we have to find the polynomial here. We have to find the polynomial. How he has given the sum as well as the product of its zeros. In last problem, last thing, we used to find the sum and products there. But now what he has done is, he has given the sum and products and he is asking us to find the quadratic polynomial. Understood clearly? For example, I will tell you what's going on. For example, I am giving the example. It is not exactly. For example, 2x square plus 3x plus 2 is there. So what you used to get, either x equals to 3 or x equals to 4 you used to get. And you used to do add it. X plus 3 means sum equals to 3 plus 4, 4, 7, and product equals to 3 into 4 equals to 12. So you used to do like this. But now what he has given 7 and 12. Getting the point? Make it clear. So what he has done is, he has given 7 as well as he has given 12 and asking us to find this equation. So how to find this equation? Okay. For this we have one formula. So given the products and asking us to find the form. This is x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha into beta. So by using this formula, if you want you can write it clearly. What is the formula? The formula is x square minus alpha plus beta in brackets of x plus alpha into beta. So here we have sum and we have product of the roots or zeros, what you can use. So product of its zeros here mentioned there. So by using this formula we will find both the equation, that is polynomial, as well as the quadratic polynomial also by using this formula, that is x square minus alpha plus beta of x plus alpha into beta. Let us see first one. What is given first one? First one he has given 1 by 4 and he has mentioned minus 1. So how we will do this one then? So these are the sum and products he is saying after zeros. Two numbers he has given and he is asking us to find the polynomial. Write down. Let the quadratic polynomial be ax square plus bx plus c and its zeros be alpha and beta. So let the quadratic polynomial be ax square plus bx plus c and its zeros be alpha and beta. So we have given here, both he has given what we have, alpha plus beta equals to how much he has given, 1 by 4 and also he has mentioned alpha into beta equals to minus 1. This he has mentioned here. So what I told you, by using the formula, which formula? X square minus alpha plus beta of x plus alpha into beta. By using this formula you can find x square, same thing is on x square minus, we have minus there, 1 by 4x, I will explain you, plus of minus 1, this equals to, see here, what is that is, let the quadratic polynomial be ax square plus bx plus c and its zeros be alpha beta. So we have alpha plus beta 1 by 4. He has mentioned here alpha plus beta equals 1 by 4 and alpha beta equals to minus 1. Using the formula, I told you which formula we are using. Using this formula only. So by using this formula, so you are taken x square, because x square is there in the formula, minus 1 by 4x. Where you got 1 by 4? He has mentioned 1 by 4 here. So 1 by 4x minus, what is alpha plus beta, alpha into beta? He has given minus 1. So this, if you take LCM, what will you get the LCM? The LCM will be how much? How much the LCM will be? You get 4, multiply with 4, that's all. If you multiply with 4, what will you get here? 4x square minus x square minus x minus plus into minus, minus will get minus 4. So we get 4x square minus x minus 4. This is the required quadratic polynomial by using the formula. Okay, copy the formula. Zero and root 5. So this is third one. So here this can be written as alpha plus beta equals to 0 and alpha into beta equals to root 5. Same thing as it is in the equation. So the required polynomial is so what is the required polynomial? The required polynomial is same thing, the same formula which is using here. Instead of x square we have x square minus 0x, because alpha plus beta equals to 0, plus root 5. This he has given there. So what I mentioned, x square, because x square is here, we got x square here, and alpha plus beta we have 0 because we mentioned 0 here, that's why I written 0 here, plus root 5, we are writing the root 5. This equals to x square plus root 5. Okay, plus root 5. Why I am writing plus root 5? You can write minus, because 0 into x will always get 0. The question is same thing. 0 into x is will always get 0 only. Now the answer or the polynomial is x square plus root 5. So this is how you have to find a quadratic polynomial when he gives both the sum and product of the polynomial. Let's see another one. He has given 1 comma 1. It's a very easy one, no? 1 comma 1. Here what happens is, let alpha plus beta equals to 1, because he has mentioned 1 there, and alpha into beta equals to 1. both are 1 and 1 only. So directly if you want, you can substitute, you'll get x square minus 1x plus 1. This is the equation what we'll get there. Next one is mentioned minus 1 by 4 and 1 by 4 is mentioned there. So this is same thing, alpha plus beta equals to 1 minus 1 by 4 and alpha and beta equals to 1 by 4. Same thing, use the formula, so you will get x square minus of minus 1 by 4 because alpha plus beta equals to minus of minus 1 by 4, x plus (1 by 4). The same problem which we did last, I think. So we'll get x square plus x by 4 plus 1 by 4. You will get this can be written as x square plus x plus 1. So this is the answer for this one. You can copy it directly. Okay. And 1, same thing, alpha plus beta equals to 4 and alpha and beta equals to 1. So you can substitute directly. The required polynomial is so what is the required polynomial? We have x square, keep x square as it is, minus what you have alpha plus beta here, 4 is given, so you can write 4x here, plus alpha and beta is 1. So the required polynomial is x square minus 4x plus 1. Okay, this is the last problem I think in this exercise. Copy the problem. Okay children, practice the problems, they are very easy. You have two types. In one type he has given the polynomial and is asking us to find the roots. In another type he has given the roots and asking us to find the polynomial. And in the next class tomorrow we are going with the division method, how to divide the polynomials. It is also in 9. If you have time, once you go, because it will be easy for you to understand. It is also easy one, but dividing little bit confusion. So 9th standard you have studied this one also. So once you refer 9th standard, or else I will give the explanation and you can start tomorrow the division of polynomials. So how to divide one polynomial by another polynomial, that we will see tomorrow. Okay, thank you.